My wife handed me a DNA test at Christmas dinner. Surprise! Your son isn't yours. I'm taking half in the divorce. So I told her, check your email. Her face went from smug to terrified in seconds. We were at her parents' house in Pasadena. The whole family was there. Maybe 15 people packed into their dining room. Turkey still on the table. Her mom had just brought out her famous apple pie. Christmas lights blinking on the tree in the corner. Her nieces were playing with new dolls under the table. Sarah slid that envelope across to me like she'd been rehearsing this moment for months. Her red nails tapped against the paper. She had this look I'd never seen before. Cold and calculated. Open it, she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. This is your real Christmas present. The way she emphasized real made people stop eating. Her mom thought it was something sweet. Her dad raised his glass, probably expecting good news about my startup. I opened it slowly. The letterhead from Gene Lab testing stared back at me. The results were right there in clinical black and white. Jake, my 3-year-old son, the kid asleep upstairs after spending 2 hours opening presents, the kid who'd hugged me and said, best daddy ever before bed. 0% probability of paternity. Not 1%, not unlikely. 0.00%. Her mom gasped. Her dad set down his wine so hard I thought the glass might crack. Her sister stopped mid-bite. Even the kids went quiet. But Sarah kept going. She'd been waiting for this. I stopped loving you 2 years ago, she announced to the entire table, like she was commenting on the weather. Marcus gave me what you couldn't. Emotional connection. Stability. Marcus, my college roommate. The guy who'd been our best man at the wedding. Her mom started crying. Her brother said, Sarah, what are you doing? But she wasn't done. She'd planned this. She admitted it right there. Got pregnant deliberately right after she found out about my startup's Series A funding round. Waited until the acquisition closed last month. $2.3 million. Put my name on Jake's birth certificate. Let me bond with him for 3 years. Change diapers at 3 a.m. Taught him to ride his tricycle. California law says if you accept fatherhood for 2 years, biology doesn't matter. You're on the hook regardless. She'd researched it. Had documentation of me acting as Jake's father. Witnesses who testify I never questioned paternity. She already had lawyers. Evans and Martinez, one of the best family law firms in the state. She'd been building her case for 8 months. Every photo of me with Jake. Every Father's Day card I'd saved. Every time I'd called him my son in public. In her mind, she'd already won. Half of $2.3 million plus $8,000 a month in child support based on my new income for the next 15 years. She'd walk away with over $2.5 million total. Her dad stood up. Sarah, you can't be serious. Oh, I'm serious, she said. I've been planning this since Jake was 6 months old. I was just waiting for the payout. Her sister grabbed her kids and took them into the kitchen. Her brother looked like he was going to be sick. Her mom was full-on sobbing now. But Sarah just sat there, sipping her wine, waiting for me to fall apart, waiting for me to beg or cry or make a scene she could document for her lawyers later. Here's the thing. I felt nothing. Just this cold, crystal clear certainty about what needed to happen next. Because Sarah had made one critical mistake. She assumed I was stupid. I set the DNA test down carefully, smoothed it out like it was just another piece of paper, looked her dead in the eye. Check your email. For the first time that night, her confidence cracked. Just a flicker of confusion crossed her face. She pulled out her phone, probably expecting some desperate message, some angry rant she could screenshot and show her lawyers as proof I was unstable. I watched her open her email, watched the color drain from her face like someone had opened a valve. Her hand started shaking. The phone nearly slipped from her fingers. The email contained everything. The divorce petition my lawyer had prepared, ready to file the second she made her move. A detailed timeline of her affair with Marcus with evidence attached, screenshots of texts going back 18 months. The fraudulent paternity documentation. Recordings I'd been collecting since March. But that wasn't the best part. Remember that $2.3 million acquisition she'd been waiting for? The money she thought she'd split? I transferred 85% of my pre-acquisition stock to an irrevocable trust in my brother's name back in February. The month I first suspected something was wrong. My lawyer had structured it perfectly. Completely legal. Completely bulletproof. The $2. $3 million she'd built her entire scheme around? Only $345,000 of it was actually in my name. The rest was protected. Untouchable. Her dad leaned over to see the screen. Sarah, what is this? She couldn't speak. Just kept scrolling through page after page of evidence, watching her carefully constructed plan collapse in real time. I stood up from the table. Everything you just said, I've known since March. Every plan you made, I was 20 steps ahead of you. I walked out, got in my car, drove to the Marriott, called David, my lawyer. He filed everything that night. Her Christmas ambush became the evidence that destroyed her.